Have you anyone heard about smart cities? Like smart cities have given us some sort of hopes. Like we are engineers and we are hoping for getting some jobs. But what it actually is having, what it's having the adverse effects, I don't agree totally with it because some of the environmental changes, and I am an environmentalist, and I don't feel that it would go hand in hand with nature's.
Yeah, I agree, but in some way or the other, we have to move forward. And I think that the government is doing these things by thinking much about the environment, and they are not much pressurizing on our environment, that they're not cutting trees, they're not doing these things. Okay, and they will be developing us, you know.
The cities have grown into a concrete jungle. Like cities like metros, we call them concrete jungles just because there are no trees, they are only concrete.
So if you're talking about the concrete jungle part, that is for the cities which have not, they have not been told to be smart cities yet. They still are in the process. So you cannot relate smart cities with the concrete jungle. You can have smart cities which can be greener, which could be which could be environment friendly, and at the same time be technologically advanced. They could give you more job opportunities. First thing, they could preserve your environment. The second thing, that they could also enhance the natural beauty of your place, preserve the wildlife sanctuary of the area, but in a sustainable development and something that suits the future generation. If I talk about the literal definition that goes with it.
Yeah, that is what she has said. That is what we call a sustainable development. Like you are not harming nature in order to develop things. Yes, I think the smart cities, they need to be developed. That there is a need for smart cities because India has to go ahead now. For so long we had been known as a developing nation, and these are the steps which are making India stepping towards a developed nation.
If I'll compare the present situation of us, we do not have much of conventional jobs with us right now. Each and everybody of us has something unique and quirky to start with, but we want to do something that is not in the league. And if you want to give chance to that part of your life to come into action, for example, if he said he's an environmentalist, so you would like to work for something that is environment friendly. But if you go for the normal conventional means, I don't think you'll be getting much scope for it. But if you collaborate with something that is working on a very large level, in sustaining that, because no government, no country can run unless and until it took its environment into consideration.
Well, talking about smart cities, don't we need smart citizen? Like giving internet is good, but don't we let the people know how to use that, where to use that, and how to educate themselves using that?
Yeah, but until and unless they won't see that environment, how will they learn? I think that making smart cities is good. Means they'll get that environment and they'll learn the things automatically, I think.
You're talking about old people, and let me tell you, these old people are the ones who are creating a chaos on family WhatsApp groups. Okay.
That is the fact.
Yeah.
That all.
So they will definitely learn. If something benefits them, then definitely they will learn. And I do agree with your point that yes, smart cities do need smart people. But I think just give them that environment. Like people, why do people want to go into good institutions? You tell me. This is because they get a good lifestyle there, and as they get this good lifestyle, so they develop their minds. Same is with going smart with the cities. If you will get smart cities, people will definitely start cooperating. Like they will not spit it out here and there. We have been to malls. Malls are like very clean, and people from varied, yeah, exactly.
What they need to do and what
Yeah,
they need
people from varied backgrounds goes there. Yeah, exactly. So if they know that you don't have to spit here, they won't spit here, right?
Yeah, if you recall that speech that Prime Minister APJ Abdul Kalam gave at Hyderabad, one of his speech, he said, okay, when you are in you are in Singapore, you won't be spitting on the road, and when you are in USA, you won't be parking here and there. But now when you come back to your own city, your own country, you will do all those things that you will not be doing in some foreign land. So that is what environment makes for you. If you see that right environment, as he said, that if you go to a mall, a public place that has actually been kept neat and clean, and you're being imposed fine on, creating some kind of havoc over there, then you'll automatically learn the right way. Because a person learns more when he observes, when he experiments that on himself, instead of learning and, retaining it in mind and keeping that, oh yes. And second thing that I would like to it is, see, we live in a country which has most of the young population. Yes, we do have adults in our country, but most of the majority of the people in India are youth. And now if you want to get something for the future, you have to focus on the youth, because that is what is going to get you the new generation, if you talk about, right? So if you do not teach youth what is the correct way to behave, how to live a lifestyle, what are they going to teach their children? And ultimately you won't be reaching any greater heights. Talking about the old people that you say, yes, telling it all practically, they will be living for 10 years, 20 years to come. But after that we will be getting old and we'll be having our children and their children, and they will be following the legacy which we give them.
Exactly. As she has said, I completely agree with Sanskriti. She has said that you have to teach the youth, because what will happen if you don't learn things on your own? What will happen? You will get old and your own kids will say, "Are adults? They need to be taught first." So why not learn it now? Like she gave the example of parkings. And there is people act according to the rules. There are she went to USA and all, but I am giving you a very near example. You go from here to Bhopal. Okay, you don't park your bike here and there. कि वो नगर पालिका की गाड़ी आएगी उठा के लेके चले जाएगी. But in Vidisha you don't follow that protocols, right? Because this place is like quite underdeveloped from Bhopal. So if people will develop along with the development, right?
We have developed IoT apps, and these are developing the smart cities, and we are implementing that. Like if you have seen the iPhone ad, there's a app which turns off the light of the entire house with one click without even touching that. I think everyone who have seen that, and that's what IoT is playing the role. And we must be implementing IoT, and there's a huge scope over there.
So you are talking about IoT, that Internet of Things, but I don't think so. India is not ready. India is ready, but India is not aware of the IoT.
You just can't say that India is not ready for Internet of Things, okay? Yeah.
Again,
Yeah,
how
here,
can we blame it again
yeah,
and
like
again on
I'm-
Indian citizens?
Yeah, I'm from electronics and instrumentation branch. I know what India is doing in IoT, okay? And this smart city, this will definitely require IoT. This will definitely require automation. And one like automation's effect we have seen in recently, like the software people are like now quite worried because automation is taking a lot of scope in the market. So automation is necessary. So we have these technologies, right? 10 years, 20 years back, we didn't had so much in automation or IoT, but now India is ready for automation and Internet of Things.
Yeah, giving one more point to add to this discussion is that, see, you've heard, like when comparing generally smart cities with the technology part, but why not make it, synonyms to the communication, transportation, that which it will make our lives easier. Because see, I hail from Bhopal, and I have this thing going up that yes, soon they'll be starting with metros. I don't know how true or false that thing is, but if that is really going to happen in the coming years, then traveling in Bhopal is not an easy task, because it's divided into two places, old Bhopal and new. New Bhopal is developed, and there's a lot of easy transportation over there, less traffic because people follow traffic rules. But if you talk about old Bhopal, there's a complete chaos. People do not remember even to they need to keep left while traveling. So for those people that create havoc, especially in the railway crossings, imagine metros coming up and life becoming easier, and we do not have to rely on those special minibus that travel and I don't know how drivers drive that kind of buses and give us almost a heart attack. So I think that is also one good point that we'll be having. Otherwise, pata nahi kab that would have happened.
Those buses are traveling in the side of the road and people are walking in the middle of the road.
And you really don't know when they stop, because they do not give you an indicator. They just stop, and there are so many accidents that take place over the road because they do not know how to travel. So why not opt for something?
Yeah. Especially in old Bhopal.
It's like in India, people behave like according to the city, people behave.
Exactly.
So if the city is smart, then only the people will smart.
Exactly my point.